Come here. Well, we're all going to the dogs, ain't we, baby? You know, sound can be so amazing and can be completely annoying too. That's why you got to get yourself a pair of these. These are my safety factor for being in the world because I don't like to hear anything but my own breath. You can really hear the breath deep into your cranium because when you're completely plugged, you can hear the breath pressure. Try this. Cover your ears, put your fingers in your ears or some earplugs, and inhale and exhale and listen for the sound. See, this is one of the secrets to this practice. And I'm letting you in on each thing that needs to be undertaken to get the results. See, I can but when I close my ears, it's 10 times stronger and more subtle, so I can hear all the intonations. And I'm searching for the sound that is most pleasing to the sound of brain breathing. You want to light up your brain. You want to wake up this kabasa, this melon, and crack the code. And to crack it, all you got to do is put a symphony in your head. I'm telling you, we're going to put an intonation into your brain, and it will soften and relax all the tension in your brain, and your brain will wake up like a sponge. Right now it's tight. You're wringed out all your juice out of your power through tension. We want to relax our brain, relax the melon, and feel the breath create pleasure, create an awesome. So you shoot the breath as you exhale it up to the cranium so that you rock it. Because you want to fly. You want to crack the code, crack the brain so that the breath can be an experience of enlightenment, an experience of levity. All of a sudden, whoa, I'm actually feeling the breath pressure in my brain and I'm controlling it. So you can amplify it or de-amplify it to get all the energy you need. If something's blocking us, our wings have been clipped. Our wings have been clipped. And until we start open up our breastplate, open up our breath, open up our stomach, and know that we're breathing into this space, it becomes a pleasurable experience. The whole body, when you breathe and vibrate the brain, vibrates the whole nervous system. Everything's connected. So when the brain is happy, then the body is. If the brain is washing, the body's washed and opened up and excited and blissful. You know, we're meant to be blissful all the time. We really gotta like clean up ourselves. You know, it's like our body's like a tuning fork, and we need to tune everything that goes in your body. You eat, you consume, needs to be tuned. That's why all the water I drink, pretty much all of it, in the bowl. This is another secret, that when I drink the water that's been gelling in this bowl, it hops. The frequency is just drilled and layered into the whole water of memory. And that frequency, when you drink that frequency all day, what do you think? Now that excitement's going into here. And what is that sound? It's taking the frequency and it's going to the heart, opening it up. So when you drink water properly, your whole life will change. I mean, this is going to help so many people that watch and try and listen and try it all day long. When you do that all day long, your brain will be singing because the water will be singing through your. Come on, do I need to tell you about what your body does? So you are what you drink. And that's why I said earlier, this is one of your best friends. Because when you drink pure foods and eat pure foods, you can hear and feel things. Your bubble gets bigger. Your aura gets larger. See, when you eat crap, you're killing yourself, so you're contracting. You want to expand like a flower. See, you really want to flowerize yourself. You want to like start becoming alive. So to become alive, my hearing is one of the most important aspects of my spiritual enlightenment, is listening so deeply that I'm connecting to the sound and not rejecting it, not in fear of it. See, when you hear, listen to me, when you hear a car door slam, or you hear a dog bark out of the blue, or you hear noise that you don't want to hear, an ambulance, you don't want to hear that. Part of your body rejects it. You're sitting in your house, you're totally mellow, all of a sudden you hear a police car go outside. It annoys you, right? So all of a sudden your hearing becomes your space. Your life is infected by your space, you see? So when that ambulance or that police car makes that noise, you get fearful. Yeah, I don't like that. So you don't like where you are. But energetically, you eat shit and you sit there and digest it and allow yourself to compost negativity. We're all absorbing things all around us through our ears. And actually, our ears are in our environment. So part of who and what we are exists is because of the environment we're in. That's why I'm living under a tree in the middle of nowhere, quietly, placed in Maui, and I have no friends. I see nobody. I'm in total solitude. All I see is my dog, my cats. They're not even mine, but I feed them, so I feel like I got some responsibility. So silence is very important to me. And here in nature, I can only hear the birds. Can't even hear a car. And when you're not dealing with all this negativity and noise coming all around you, but you're in the perfect place, like you're in your own cave. So when I'm in the world, I wear these, or I put earplugs in my ears. This is really important. These are secrets of what I do to get to a place where you can actually hear your breath pressure. You can't do it unless your ears must be closed. They must be blocked from sound. You have to put your fingers in your ears to do the sound breath properly. Tron, you can do it a hum all day long, but to get the accuracy, to get to see what you want to do, listen to me. Very important that you get this right. There's places in your tissues. See, your bones vibrate. The tissues are the place where excitement happens. And in your throat, there's places that vibrate and create sound frequencies, and we constrict them unconsciously all day long to make certain words happen because we've been trained like good animals, good dogs. So we're all a bunch of dogs, we're all just eating shit, buying shit, and keeping our nose to the grindstone down on earth. We want to lift and breathe through a certain channel in our brain so our brain lights up. People, the whole place is you want to focus is breathing is right here. This is the place that don't want to have tension. You want to have attention here open it up. And when the cranium opens up there and the tissues are vibrating, and they're vibrating like this as you're exhaling. And you want to get it to where they vibrate just on the slightest amount of pressure, the slightest pressure. So your breath becomes 30 seconds, 45, a minute long exhalation. You can get that, really. You're advanced if you can do it for 10 seconds. You can do it for 20, go for 30, go for 40, go for a full minute of one exhalation. And this is the inhalation. You're pulling the breath through the top of your head. You're pulling it down. You're opening up the sutures. You're feeling the pressure of the brain actually opening up as you pull the whole energy down into your being. I mean, the breath does come through the nostrils just a little bit, but you're breathing through a higher third eye connection. Your whole brain is brain breathing because you're being aware of the saturation point and the feeling of the pressure as the breath comes in to open up and be in awe. See, we want to be in the state of awe. We're actually enjoying every inhalation, exhalation, like the whole experience. Step up the ladder, step down the ladder, step up the ladder, step up down, and then the ladder eventually gets longer and longer because your breath is getting longer and longer. And the in-between breaths are so empty, there's nothing going on. When you're not breathing in or out, that's the place you relax and sleep. This is where you feel that the body's has been hearing the sounds, okay? When you stop it is when the body expands. And you be aware of that. You sit with the breath as you hold it in, and you look, listen, and feel deeply to the tissues as they expand. You'll feel places in your body crack and creak, honest to God, like they haven't been opened in years. Like your knees will crack and you'll be like, oh, because the breath is going deeper than it ever has. We want to saturate our body so much. We want to buff ourselves out, our whole body inside out by the breath. And you hold it. Now I want you to listen to the pulsation. It's the pulsation of the pressure of the breath as I exhale in a nice symphony of you'll hear it. we're going for intoxication. We're going to intoxicate our body through pressure of the breath in the awe state of emptiness. So you have an exhale where all the air is out, and you have an inhale where all the air is in, and each has not an ending. There's no ending. It only feels like you're ending because you're, and then you're exhaling. You're inhaling and exhaling. What we want to do, the next step of the concept of where I'm introducing of brain breathing, is that when you inhale to the top of the breath where you cannot absorb any more in this little spacesuit. You keep breathing as if you're getting more for eternity. You're going to take a breath and stay there and keep thinking I'm breathing in while all the tissues are open, holding that breath, you see? So if I breathe in, watch my body, I hold this body, this pressure, this breath being filled, all the ribs are being open and supported, and then I continue to breathe in with my thoughts. So there's no ending of the breath. There's no top. There's forever. There's just as far as you can go and as long as you can, you keep inhaling. And when you want to exhale, you inhale more. So you're always trying to relax in the practice. You're actually relaxing so deep that your body's going, ah. And it tells you when to breathe because it has its own rhythm. And you're out of touch with it till you get in touch with the breath pulsation of your heartbeat. Then you can become in synchronization and in pattern with your whole thought, brain, process, body, motivation, and life. And then you'll escape the chain of life. You'll break free from the chains that are holding us in all these tissues that aren't getting what they want. That's why you might have knee problems or hip issues or whatever, is the breath isn't entering deep into where circle and cycle and circulation can change and transform things through the breath pressure and through the blood osmoticness of it going around and around. It does itself. So we got to break free from the chains that are holding us. So what we do is we want to blow our head off. We want to take our head and take the breath and just have it expand. See behind me? We got Jesus here, okay? See Jesus here hanging? He's not hanging from the cross, baby. He's floating, but he's lost his head. And that's a perfect metaphor for what who Jesus is. Jesus is so full of himself that he blew his head off. Through blowing his head up and blowing it open. He blew his head open, and now it flows like a river. See, we're all, I believe, holding back. We're all holding. We all got a chain separating us from rising up. It's like holding us down. And so the brain wants to be blown up. Another example. See, Jesus, no head. Blow your head, and then you have no head, and then the body's, you're free. See, that's what the whole thing. We want to break our breath coming straight through the lungs and hitting the back of our skull. We want to break open this skull, like. And how do we do it? And the breath where I'm directing it 16 inches away from me. This is very important. So 16 inches away from your head, you're sending the breath out, and you're sending it right there, and you're knowingly going to have it come back to you. Meaning whatever you send out will come back equally. In energetics, you got to watch for it. You got to go there with your third eye, that third eye, and blow it open to where it can feel the pressure entering the intimacy. So no longer it's just us and them, but you take the cross, you take a plus sign right here, and this is your breath. It's going out in 4 directions, multitude of up, down, and sideways, and you're able to penetrate and exhale, inhale, exhale, okay? Hey, what you doing? I don't know. What are you doing? I'm breathing. I'm gonna breathe. See what you think. What I think? How about what I feel? Oh, right. Well, how you feel? We'll see how you feel. Okay, here we go. And as your brain's rocking, you're sending it out 16, and there it is, getting received. And the key to this, seeing 16 inches in front of you, you imagine that the most beautiful of anything you could ever imagine yourself gazing upon is there, right in front of you, all the time, every time. Just basically like the Mona Lisa staring at you, giving you the greatest loving smile for your entire life. So that's what I imagine. I imagine the most amazing, beautiful being I've ever seen in my life, 16 inches in front of me, smiling back at me as it receives. So this is the tantra of the breath. This is actually the physiology and the psychology behind why we're exhaling into our partner. So as I'm exhaling, I'm reviving her. And I'm inhaling, she's breathing into me. And I'm exhaling, I'm breathing into her. So it's always coming back. So when you get the breath down deep, I tell you, it's got to come out somewhere. So I'm sorry. Oh, okay, it's okay. You couldn't do that. Okay. So here we go. Breathe in. Feel it. Exhale out. Inhale. So see this cycle? Then you get to see the cycle, the tantra, that you're actually making love to yourself and you're making love to your whole aura. You see? You don't need to count beads anymore. Literally, your heartbeat. Check this out. As you inhale, you want to measure your heartbeat. 4, 6, 8 breaths, heartbeats. Boom, 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 right? 8 heartbeats, and you're full. And you exhale for, say, another 8. Ah, 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 ah. So if you have 8 beats as you exhale, you have 8 mini breaths. So no longer are you going, ah, you're going, ah, 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 ah. I'm halfway through. Ah, ah, ah. I'm halfway empty. Ah, I'm almost empty. Ah. So you exhale for 8 breaths. Ah, ah, ah. Going all the way down to nothing. So now I've taken 1 breath and I've taken it into 8. So if you can take that breath and exhale for 8 beats, what imagine if you could do 16 beats? I'm comfortably at 16 to 32 beats. I can exhale, uh, 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 let's see. Let's do one right now. How many breaths can I exhale and how many breaths can I inhale to the heartbeat? So what you want to do is you want to monitor the heart very closely. You want to be so close to the heart that you can feel the heart as you're beating. And then if I do, say, 16 heartbeats, that's 16 mini breaths. So that means I'm 16 modified if I breathe, say, 4 times a minute, and I got 16 heartbeats. Well, shoot, that means I'm only breathing 4 times a minute. Do the math. So if I cut that down to 3 breaths a minute, that's even better. And then the blood pressure goes way down to where it actually starts to reinvert itself, meaning you're no longer breathing pressure out because you're not doing any caffeine on this class, this school, this principles of the foundation of how these things work. You can't do caffeine anymore. Just can't do it because the caffeine destroys your ability to feel the fine subtleness, because caffeine expresses too much expansion, heat, and inflammation, and you can't feel the subtler aspects of the breath and the blood going through, the pleasure. Oh, I felt a heartbeat. So you want to feel the heartbeat. So you want to listen to the heartbeat. Let's see how many breaths I can do in one breath. Okay, we're going to start fresh here. So, if you can get your breath to do 16 beats, I've created 16 little breaths. So now my heart is having the pleasure of, which is what it wants to do. It wants to seek pleasure. You see, people aren't getting it. There's a symphony of fun, amazing things going on in our body. We're just missing it. That's why it's like makes me want to cry. It's like, why didn't I learn this myself? Why didn't I have my own school where somebody could tell me a few things and just wake me up so that I can get on my way and get on my way with life? Well, my answer to the equation is let's go to school. So we have a school here, and the Kriya Yoga School is many teachers, many ways, many paths. And I'm just one small piece of the breath that will allow you to dance more into other areas of your life, because it feels and knows and is, the breath is everything. So I might as well tell you, brought to you by, sponsored by, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have something here that you're not going to want to miss. That's right, it's the new Dino Wina Flasher Rooski for your nozzle passages to blow them out and sling snot and clean up that nostrils. Woo! Up the nose it goes. Okay, so why are we sponsored by this? Well, this is something that I developed. Okay, I'll show you a picture here. It's called Dr. Spritzer's Noni Nasal Virus Blaster. It effectively eliminates pathogens and bacteria in the nose and throat. Why is this so key for me? Not that I want to sell you anything, but it's vital for this practice of the breath that I'm showing you, is that there's some tools that are necessary to operate. It's like wearing clothes. You wear different clothes for different jobs, or different hats for different, surfacing people. So this is totally necessary because it nasally scrubs and cleans, and the vinegar washes the stuff that's stuck in our nostrils because we're constantly putting stuff down. So it's important that your diet's clean and you're not doing certain foods, and you need to know which foods you shouldn't do because it'll just hinder the practice. It'll make you go backwards. So this nasal virus blaster will knock out those goobers and things and lubricate your nostrils so you're able to get the breath deep and full. So order that below. $20 a bottle. You can't beat it. You can't get this anywhere else because nobody mixes. Check this out. This is important stuff. Nobody mixes this stuff. We use, excuse me, too much breathing. Jesus. Okay. It's in a base of noni vinegar, noni juice that we turn into a nasal nostril sprayer so it doesn't burn. But the principle of that being the carrier, the principles lie with the washing, the detergent. So we have peppermint, we have eucalyptus, we have MSM, colloidal silver, colloidal gold, oils of peppermint, cinnamon, rosemary, lemongrass, and some xylitol or stevia. Put a little bit of that sweetener in there because it goes down and makes the breath sweet, makes all those tissue, breath, lung opening, peppermint and eucalyptus and cinnamon, that opens things up. It will light up your brain. I'm convinced that I've sold hundreds of these already. I sold out, and people still ask me. So now I'm offering it because unless you clean your nostrils, can you really get the breath and your focus right here in the cranium? This is so key. See, if the breath, you can feel it coming in here, wouldn't that be exciting? If something was tickling you on the inside of your brain with the breath, think about what that does to your brain. See, if you're just breathing, the breath comes in and goes down. That's how you're breathing. It goes down. I want you to be so subtle and watching that breath go in so slowly. You find out where it tickles. Oh, that's the place where it starts. So the brain wants to feel that pressure, and then you get excited to breathe. You actually get excited to breathe when this opens up. There's a feather back here. There's like a fan, and when he gets hit, he goes, "Oh boy, this is exciting. This is like a sexual you have your sexual nerve here. You got your sexual nerve on your tongue. You also have one right here inside your brain. And when you hit that with the breath, and it goes to the back of the brain, all the way to the back of the brain, the body goes, whoa. And that's what you do with breath pressure. That's why this Kriya Yoga breath, brain breathing is so crazy critical for you to enjoy being in your body. Because if your body, your brain is vibrating, what is that doing to the central nervous system? That's right. Your whole central nervous system is going down to your fingertips and your toes and going, oh, wow, this feels really good. So please try this breath work. Try this breath work with me, and you'll understand. You'll have questions. You'll be like, well, guys, it's kind of stupid. You're making noise all the time. It's not annoying. No, it's not annoying to everyone else. It is, maybe, but that's why if you wear earplugs all the time when you're doing the sound vibration, or these earplugs, and you want to order these too because you want the right ones go in your ears to block that noise, get out the black noise, all the noise. You want to have it so quiet outside, it feels like just dead quiet, that you can be in your cave and go, properly. That's it. You want to be able to just sit and breathe properly with such joy that you don't need to go anywhere. This is where the entertainment is happening, people. Right here, right behind your eyes. Right here, because you got to get the pressure there. When you got the pressure there, it's hitting there and getting that nerve. And I can actually feel my hips and my genital region glowing and growing and just opening up because the place you hit it. And if you don't hit it, you don't feel it down here, you're not hitting the right place. That's why I have a school to help you, guide you into this. Why am I not hitting it? Why am I not feeling turned on when I breathe? It's just kind of like stupid. It's just, you know, like a bag of bones. I'm just moving it around. I don't want to focus on my breathing, Zen. I'll tell you, no, you do want to focus on it, because until you find the place of pleasure with the breath coming in, vibrating here to vibrate down there, that's the whole circuit that we want to open up and enjoy. That's why this is tantric sexual union. I want you to be able to making love to your. Watch my ribs. Watch my ribs. You want each rib to be open and free, and it frees up your mind. I'm telling you, 99% of the people that I know and talk to, their ribs are frozen, and they breathe barely, but they're comfortable with that. Me, I can move every rib. I mean, it's not like they're moving on. I'm flapping with them like wings. But the point is that if every move of your breath can move the ribs, then it opens the spine, goes to the head, and your whole body's body breathing, brain breathing. Everything's like getting high on your own supply. That's why this work, there's nothing else more important than this work. There's nothing more dutiful for yourself to raise yourself out of your own depression or your own unhappiness or your own preoccupation with not wanting to swim in life. You know, this is all about flowing and going to where your heart is, to where you're happy every moment of every day. And if you're not happy, if you're not letting your freak flag fly and be who you are at this psychedelic dolphin, then you haven't found your freedom. You haven't found your fun. We should all be dancing together so much that no work will get done because we leave that for slaves. Don't do anything unless it makes you happy. If it doesn't make you happy, don't go in that direction. You go opening that door and you're like, I don't want to go in that house or see what's behind that door. And don't go through it. If you live your life where you don't go to places that don't feel good, you only go to places that bring you happiness, all of a sudden everybody will be right where they need to be, and this place will be heaven on earth. Right now, nobody's, if you don't like where you are at, well, that's why well, not everyone, a lot of people are miserable because they're not flowing where they need to go. So on that note, I said so much. I even sold you a nasal noni blaster made by Dr. Yogi'Zen Spritzer. So get yourself some of that. That spray goes up your nose. It washes and cleans it out. And you can see so much better. You can just see so much better. My vision's even better. When you clean out your nose and listen, I mean, the nose pressure of the boogers is gone. All of a sudden, those vital energy that is being wasted on tension is open, then your eyes can open to a greater vision. My eyes have already improved just because I do what I do. And so if you want to know more, stay tuned because I got plenty to share. All right.